All right, Steele. I've been waiting for this all week long. I don't know where we're going to go with it. I don't know how it's going to go, but it's time for the second edition of the Shaw and Steele College Football Playoff Bracket Prediction.
I want to say this. I want to say this for both of us. Whoever does this, whoever does like the AP poll and decides this, fuck off. I think we do this better. I think we put more man hours and more blood, sweat, and tears into this. And a bunch of times, just old dudes that don't know what fucking football is.
Yeah. No,
so hire us, damn it.
You have way more confidence than I do because when I was putting this all together, I was like, I had no idea what to do. So
I create a whole world for this playoffs. I know exactly what's going to happen.
We'll go 1 through 4. You say you're 1 through 4 like last time, and I'll get my 1 through 4. And so let's go.
Okay, we'll go first 4, talk about it.
Yeah.
Next 4, talk about it. Last 4, talk about it.
Yeah. No, I got it.
Okay.
Let's do it. Give me your 4.
Right. Number 1, undefeated Big Ten champions. I got the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Okay.
Number 2, 12-1 SEC champions. I've got the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Okay.
Number 3, at 11-2 SEC runner-up. I've got the Georgia Bulldogs.
Okay. I love this. I love this so much.
And then at 4, the Big Ten runner-ups. I've got the 12-1 Indiana Hoosiers.
Steele, man. I love that 4. You know why? Because I have a very similar 4, but you're going to like mine, I think. At number 1.
Give it to me.
I got the reigning, defending national champions. I don't see them slowing down. Big Ten champions, Ohio State Buckeyes.
Come on, baby.
At number 2, this team, championship culture, championship DNA through and through. I got the 12-1 SEC champions, Georgia Bulldogs.
Okay.
At number 3, I got the 12-1 Big Ten runner-ups. The Kurt Signetti train keeps rolling. The Indiana Hoosiers. And at number 4, I got the 11-2 SEC runner-up, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Those are my first 4.
Okay, so either way, it's a sea of red, I think.
Yeah, sea of red. Sea of red.
But where I disagree, look, Indiana, they deserve to be in the top 4 if they can get the championship weekend and play a close game against Ohio State. But I think you got to have Alabama and Georgia ahead of them. I know it's going to sound like SEC bias, but you look at the teams they've played. Alabama has played Georgia, Missouri, Tennessee, LSU, Oklahoma, Auburn. Georgia's played Tennessee, Auburn, Ole Miss, Texas, Georgia Tech. And then you look at Indiana, like they have a great win against Oregon, but besides that, it's Illinois. So this bracket is going to be highly based on who you played and just having a tough schedule.
I think, yes, I see what you're saying. The SEC, I've been on the Big Ten the last couple of years. I've been saying the Big Ten's got the better conference. But this year, the SEC's done its thing. It's been a gauntlet. All the teams in the SEC are right there. I mean, I just saw there's like 6 teams, maybe 8 teams who are still in it.
10.
Yeah, who are still in it for the playoffs. So the SEC is deep this year. It's great. But I think the committee, this is kind of me just knowing how the committee works. They're Indiana's going to be the eye test or whatever you want to call it. And I think they're definitely going to play Ohio State very, very close. So we'll disagree, but overall we're not too far off. Okay.
One last thing. I do think it's crazy that all this madness in the SEC, I really do think it's just going to end up being Bama and Georgia again in Atlanta.
Moving on. Let's look at the 5 versus 12. I'll start this one off. At number 5, we got another team out of the Big Ten, the Oregon Ducks. I think they're clearly the 3rd best team in the Big Ten right now. I love them overall. Don't like the loss against Indiana, but I think we know Indiana's a real team. Love Coach Lanning. I think they're fine the rest of the way. So give me the Oregon Ducks finishing and getting in there at number 5.
Okay.
Going up against my group of 5 team, non-conference, or group of 5 team, sorry, team we already talked about, the USF Bulls.
Okay.
I love Ghoulish. I love what they got going on. They could be higher than 12. I don't think they will be. Yeah, I think they keep them at 12. So I got 5 versus 12, Oregon Ducks versus the South Florida Bulls.
Okay, at 12, I do have USF. Ghoulish, he's doing a good job, got a good offense. At 5, this is probably my biggest what the fuck teams. 5, I've got Ole Miss.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay.
They've got an electric offense. I think they're going to get a signature road win this week in Norman against Oklahoma. I think Ole Miss has been known. They usually shit the bed somewhere down the line in the later part of the season. I think they right that wrong this year.
Their schedules look pretty smooth the rest of the way after today.
It does, but at the same time, I think they had a really close – I know they lost, but they went into Athens. They put on a really good show. The offense showed out. Lane Kiffin – He's one of the better coaches in the SEC. The only way I see why you could put him lower, even maybe have him out of it, because that defense is an obvious weak spot. But I think they're going to show out the rest of the year. I think they're only going to have one loss, going 11-1, and I think they're going to get that 5 spot.
Let's circle the Egg Bowl, them versus Mississippi State. I bet you Mississippi State gives them a run, but I do want to see Ole Miss in there. I love Chambliss. I love that offense. And Coach Kiffin, he's a character, so you definitely want him on the big-time stages. Okay, moving on, Steele.
Yep.
Let's jump. Let's go a little bit out of the park here and go with the 7 versus 10 matchup.
Well, should we go 6-11 and just go like 5, 6? 7?
No, I was going to jump around, but we can keep it nice and organized. Let's look at the 6 versus 11.
Okay.
I agree. That's the right way of doing things. We'll do it that way.
Okay.
6 versus 11, you go first.
Okay, first up.
I don't feel confident about my 6 and 11. That's why I want to skip it.
Watch, dude. Watch us be the same.
All right, go.
Let me. Okay, first, my number 6 team. I've got the Texas Tech Raiders.
Okay.
I think they are going to win out. I think they're going to win the Big 12. They're going to have 2 big wins against BYU. I think they're going to play. They're going to play early on. That's going to be in Lubbock. They're going to take that, and then they're going to play them again in during championship weekend and win that one. I think they dropped that one against ASU, but they had a backup quarterback. Maybe the committee sees that. So they went out. They've got a fantastic defense. I think it's a top 3, top 4 defense in the entire country. We've talked about their linebacking unit. Sensational. So with that defense, I think the offense starts to get things going a little bit down the road, especially if they get their quarterback back. I think you've got to put them in at 6 if they win out the rest of the year, and they're at 6. That was long-winded. And then at 11, this is my Cinderella team. This is Diego Pavia and the Vanderbilt Commodores.
Dude, come on, man.
Hear me out. Okay. No. Let me pull out who they're going to play. Vandy, I think they're going to drop one more game. I don't know what it is, but win this week against Missouri. They're going to pick up an away win against Texas or Tennessee. That's going to be one of their signature wins that the committee.
They're not going to beat Texas.
They can beat Texas.
They're not. It's at Texas. They're not beating Texas.
Either way, I think they pick up a win either in Tennessee or Texas, and they get a signature road win. Both of those places are hard to play.
I got them losing to Missouri. I got them losing to Texas, and I got them losing to Tennessee.
All right. Well, guess what? We're way fucking different. I got them going 10-2. I got them getting in.
All right.
I think to will that team into a playoff spot.
If he does that, I'll get up there and do a Heisman dance for him.
Dude, think about it. In the Bama game, you take away his red zone turnovers, that's a completely different game.
No, you're right. It's a good football team. I like hating on them. It's like how you're a certified USC hater. I'm a certified Vandy hater.
I have it. It's for good reason for me, though.
I don't really have a good reason. I just like hating on them. But, Vandy, I give them their credit. I like what they're doing, so I wouldn't be surprised. Mm-hmm. Your 6 and 11 is probably a lot better than mine. I went a long, long time debating with that Texas Tech, so that's going to come up. 6 versus 11. This might be like the dumbest thing ever, but okay.
I don't care.
At number 6, I got the ACC champions, the Miami Hurricanes.
Okay. We will get to that at some point. I understand what you're saying, but I don't.
Okay, Steele, this is very tough. I think they win it.
I get it.
I think they win the ACC, and as long as Carson Beck can get back on track, I think they're a really good team. I think they got a good front seven. I don't feel confident, but I'm going to have them there at 6. This is where it gets maybe a little bit worse. Playing 11, we got an ACC rematch. The Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. At 11. I think Georgia Tech loses to Georgia. I think they lose to Georgia. I think they get into the ACC championship. They lose to Miami. And they still creak in at 11. Somehow.
You think that they're going to play the ACC championship against each other, and then they're going to seed them to play again?
No, I don't. Dude. Let's just move on. I didn't want to fill up the 6 and 11 to begin with because I didn't know what to do for 6 versus 11. So I don't think that's going to happen. But this is how it played out. Let's move on to the 7 and 10. Okay?
It's so fucking stupid.
I know it is, Steele. I know it is. Let's just move on to the 7 and 10. All right?
Okay.
We move on.
Oh my God. Okay. So
I'm going first versus 7 and 10. Let me go first.
Okay.
I'm going first. At number 7, I got BYU losing to Texas Tech in the regular season. I got BYU getting back in there and getting redemption in the Big 12 championship. So at number 7, now this is all depending on my pick that I'm wrong about their game this weekend against Iowa State. This is all obviously if they lose to Iowa State, this whole thing changes. But if they get through Iowa State, I think they're going to drop to Texas Tech, but I think they'll beat them. BYU at number 7.
That's 7.
That's 7, Steele. That's 7.
Okay.
Against the number 10, Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Okay.
That's what I got right now. I think Notre Dame. I think the media loves Notre Dame. I think there's a lot of money involved with Notre Dame. If Notre Dame finishes this thing 9-2 or 10-2, I don't even know, 10-2, I guess. They're going to find a way to put them in there. So I got BYU, Notre Dame, 7 versus 10, and that's how I think they'll do it. I think they'll do it like that.
I'm going to bring up my opinions on Notre Dame a little later, but this 7 and 10. This is going to.
Do you like my 7 and 10? Do you like my 7 and 10 better than my 6 and 11?
You're going to see what. I don't even know how to explain it. I think having BYU at 7 is a little ridiculous. I don't think it's the 7th best team in the country. At 7, I have Georgia Tech. I think they're going to win out up until they play Georgia. I think they're going to play Georgia very close this game. Every single year in the past 3 or 4 years, they've been slowly inching their way closer in those games.
Okay.
And then I think they beat Virginia in the ACC championship.
Okay.
Virginia, because right now Miami's not in control of their destiny. If Virginia wins out, same with Louisville, they get in. And Miami just kind of gets fucking thrown aside.
Yeah. Okay, that's
so
right.
I think Virginia.
That's right, because Mitch said that NC State game technically.
It's not. It's a weird thing where it doesn't count as ACC.
Okay. All right. Okay. So then that makes sense. I like Virginia. Okay. So you have Georgia Tech beating Virginia because Virginia, they play North Carolina this weekend. That's an easy W.
Yeah.
The game I have circled for them is when they come out here and play Cal. I think that's going to be a tough one. But anyway, go ahead. So you got Georgia Tech at 7.
And then at 10, I've got 11-1 Miami.
Okay. That's fine.
It's your matchup, but I think it's going to play out differently.
Wait, what the
No. It's different because you have them playing back to back. You have them playing in the ACC championship, and then you have them playing again in the first round.
Okay, all right, fair. Go.
Okay.
Just talk.
I think that's why you fucked me up.
Okay.
Yeah. So Georgia Tech, it's all predicated on Haynes King being healthy, and then Miami, they are a playoff team. If you look at See, they're big, they're fast, they're explosive. They are a playoff team. But if you don't go, if you're in the ACC and you're a good team and you don't win, that's gotta hurt you a little bit. So that's why I have them so low at 10.
Yeah. Okay.
Not even getting to the ACC championship, that's really bad. But if you look at them, you know that they're a playoff team still.
I agree. Okay. 8 versus 9.
All right. This is one of my bigger what the fuck things. At 9, I've got Texas A&M.
Okay.
I think they've got a hard schedule, so no matter what they get in, but they've got 3 really hard road games coming up. They've got the LSU game we talked about. They've got Missouri, Texas, all on the road. Yeah. I think 2 of those games they drop.
I agree.
So I know they're ranked really high now. Marcel Reed, fantastic quarterback. The defense has shown a little bit of struggle, giving up a little bit in the run game. I think that's going to bite them in the ass these big away games. So I think they drop 2, and I think they come in at number 9. And I'm going to have them traveling to Eugene, Oregon to play the Oregon Ducks, who are going to be ranked at number 8. After that Indiana loss, I'm still going to give them credit for that Penn State win because that Penn State team at the time,
that's good quality win. I don't want to
really good win.
Yeah, I don't want to hear people say that Penn State's got talent. Penn State's got good players. That's when the wheels came off the bus. I mean, that was Oregon broke their spirit.
That's a top 5 win so far this year.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
But then you look at the rest of these games. The teams that they need to do better are not. USC, if they got to win this past weekend, maybe that game looks different, but they're losing a little credibility if they win that one. Same with Washington. These Big 12 teams, they're just kind of getting lost and just losing week after week, and it's hurting Oregon. Now their schedule just doesn't look as legit. Yeah, yes. Like the top teams are fucking playing outstanding, and then the rest of them are just they're just lagging behind.
They're all over the place.
And I think it hurts Oregon a little bit. I know you had them, I think, at 5, so that's why I dropped them so much. They just, compared to these SEC teams, I just don't think they have the schedule.
Yeah, I think Oregon, it's going to come down to how USC does, how Washington does, finishes. I agree with you. But I think, USC is going to be just fine. I think USC is going to go out there, beat Nebraska. I think USC's last loss of the season is going to be in Eugene.
And quit dancing and all that shit, maybe.
Oh, my God, dude. Don't even give me – we already addressed that. Okay, Steele, are you ready for my 8 versus 9?
Give it to me.
Number 8, I got the Texas A&M Aggies. For all the same reasons you do, I think they're a really good football team. I like Marcel Reed. I like their coach, Coach Elko. We've been talking about them every single week. We both really like them. We think they're a legit team. But you bring up a good point. They have 3 very, very challenging road games. This week, you already talked about them. I think if they lose 2 of those, only 2 of them, they're going to get in.
Yes.
I could see them only dropping 1, and if they drop 1, this creates a problem because I don't know who would get in the SEC title because you'd have Georgia at 11-1, Bama at 11-1, Texas A&M at 11-1. So I'm not smart enough to know how that would work out.
I think Bama gets in.
Yeah, they don't have a. Yeah, they wouldn't have an SEC loss, so Bama's in, and then I don't know how Georgia and that would unfold. But either way, if Texas A&M finishes 11-1, they're probably going to be higher than 8. And if they finish with 2 losses, they're either at the 8 or 9 slot.
Mm-hmm.
Going up against the Ole Miss Rebels at number 9.
Okay.
I love Ole Miss. I love Coach Kiffin. I love what they got going on. I want to see him get in there, and I want to see him make a run.
Okay.
That all is really fun to watch. Coach Kiffin running up and down the sidelines would be electric for the playoffs. So that's what I got at the 8-9 matchup.
All right. Okay, so you want to just do a quick overview, and then we'll get into honorable mentions and explain a little more.
All right, you go. You say your whole bracket.
Yep. Okay. Number 1, Ohio State. Number 2, Alabama. Number 3, Georgia. Number 4, Indiana. Number 5, Ole Miss. Number 6, Texas Tech. Number 7, Georgia Tech. Number 8, Oregon. 9, Texas A&M. 10, Miami, 11 Vanderbilt, and 12 USF.
Okay, that's Steele's bracket right there. Here's my bracket. At number 1, the Ohio State Buckeyes. At number 2, the Georgia Bulldogs. Number 3, the Indiana Hoosiers. Number 4, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Number 5, going against number 12, Oregon Ducks versus the South Florida Bulls. 6, Miami Hurricanes going against 11, Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. 7, BYU Cougars going against the number 10, Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And then lastly, I got the number 9, Ole Miss Rebels taking on number 8, Texas A&M Aggies.
Okay. For the most part, it's pretty similar. 2 things. One, just we disagree on BYU Texas Tech. I get that.
Yeah.
Second, Notre Dame. I think this is the year where they get fucked. And it shows how they cannot be independent anymore. I think the way it plays out, Notre Dame's a playoff team.
Yes.
What you froze a little bit. Whatever. With how it's going to work out, I think Texas Tech dropping 2, Miami getting fucked over with the ACC thing, not getting to ACC game. I think they're going to take up 2 spots in the back end of it. And both of those teams have gone head-to-head with Notre Dame and have beaten them. So I don't think you could put Notre Dame over them because they're going to come in with basically the same records, but both of them have beaten Notre Dame. I think you pair that with a Vanderbilt team that had much harder competition, has gone against an entire SEC schedule of games and come out with the exact same record. I don't think you can put Notre Dame over them. So I think the combination of those 2 things leaves Notre Dame out of it, even though I think the way they're playing, they look like a playoff team. And if they're difference, and if they win that conference, that could change the entire thing. But they don't want to be because they earn more money independent, and that's why they're going to get this year and get left out.
Still, that all sounds great. But let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
We live on an earthly world. Do you know what that means?
An earthly world? That seems pretty. You're just repeating yourself almost.
Do you know what I mean by that?
Like a soft world? What the hell are you talking about?
It means that if it comes down to Vandy getting in the playoffs and Notre Dame getting in the playoffs, the higher powers, this life is about money. This life is about, unfortunately, that's why I call it.
I don't care.
Well, Steele, that's fine, but I'm telling you, this is how.
Finish. I have a rebuttal.
This is how the world works, and I know the earthly world. I'm definitely messing that up. Somebody's going to have to correct me, but there's a certain saying for this isn't a perfect, godly. This isn't heaven, Steele. This is a human world, and greed runs this place. And Notre Dame has all that greed, all that money, all the media deals, all that stuff. And Vandy's just a small little private school down there in Knoxville, Tennessee. I believe they're in Knoxville, Tennessee. Nashville, Tennessee.
The disrespect you have on this team.
Vandy's down there in Nashville, Tennessee. If it comes down to Vandy and Notre Dame's getting in there, and you're going to learn that this is an earthly world, Steele.
And you're saying these are in this scenario, both of them are 10-2.
Yeah.
No, this is where I have a problem with. No, this is where the college football gods finally.
Vandy should get in.
The college football. If both teams are 10-2, the college football gods will realize their mistakes over the years, put Notre Dame in, and they will smite them on the spot. You look at both of their schedules. Vandy.
Still, you're wasting your breath. You're wasting your breath because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Both teams are 10-2. Let me talk.
It doesn't matter.
Both teams are 10-2. Vandy will have wins against LSU, Missouri, Auburn, and then either Texas or Tennessee. Notre Dame, one good win against USC. I don't give a shit. Vandy gets in. They have Diego Pavia. That's enough for the whole media thing. This is going to be a Cinderella story. Vandy will get in over Notre Dame if they're both 10-2. Mark my words.
Okay, well, if they're gonna fuck somebody for Vandy to get in, it's not gonna be Notre Dame because Notre Dame's got Notre Dame. They will not fuck Notre Dame over for anybody because Notre Dame is a draw and brings in money, and they are a corrupt program.
I don't care, dude. No, I think you have such a gray, gloomy view of the world, and you need to stop that shit. Okay?
No, I have
a fucking beautiful place.
It is a beautiful place, but Vandy will not be.
So stop fucking driving this Notre Dame shit down my goddamn throat.
All right. I hate him. Okay. We'll move on. That's good stuff right there. Okay,
that was one honorable mention. Damn it.
Yeah, give me some others. I'll give you one.
Yeah, give me one.
Matter of fact, hold on, I gotta double check this real quick.
I mean, dude, there's a lot of teams we need to bring up. Actually, jeez.
I know, but this is the team I really want to bring up. I just gotta look at their schedule real quick.
SEC.
Nope. ACC?
Virginia?
Nope.
Louisville?
All right. Yeah, Louisville. They're my team.
Oh, let me look at them.
Louisville's a team to watch out for. They play. Let me tell you who they play.
They don't have anyone big coming.
Boston College, they're going to win that.
Yeah, they've got no one big.
Virginia Tech, they're going to win that. Cal, it's at home. They don't have to travel to the West Coast. They're going to win that. Clemson,
boom,
man,
that's where they get shot.
They could lose, but it's at Louisville. Louisville, SMU, another close one. And then Kentucky, Louisville, which will be another close one. So
I think they drop one more game.
Yeah, they're probably going to drop one more, but that's what my mention would be right now.
And then plus, they lost to Virginia, so that's also why I have Virginia in the ACC.
Yeah, I mean Virginia. I love Virginia. Mitchell Melton.
God, old money making Mitch. So you got them. Another big one, Missouri. I think they end up.
I almost put them in there. But let me pull up. Steele, should I pull up their schedule? You keep talking.
I've got them. No, I have them. That's why earlier I thought that this Missouri Vandy game, this is going to be a decider. I think the winner of this game sneaks into like that 11 spot.
Yeah, I could see Missouri easily getting in there. I could see Missouri. The thing is, Steele, the reason I want to pull the trigger on Missouri so badly. But, I love the good kid. I hate talking bad about people. But I just don't know if Pegula, this is a fact, is a guy that's going to be able to lead them to the promised land.
I think it's that because you need a quarterback. I think it's that. And then this team it's one of those things where they just haven't experienced success a while in that program. Yeah. It's one of those things like you talk about like Georgia. They have like a winning culture, national championship culture. They find ways to win these big games because they've been through it before. Missouri, they've just never been a part of these big games against like an Alabama team. So they just don't have the experience. And I think that's what kills them in the end.
No, I agree. All right, Steele. You got anything else for us?
I mean, shit. BYU, Texas Tech, one of those teams I think is going to fall out of it.
Yeah, Texas Tech could easily get in there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Virginia.
Okay, let's bring this up, though.
Yeah.
They're not putting two Big 12 teams in?
No.
Okay, I agree.
And then you got Tennessee. I think they're going to fizzle out. Defense isn't there. Michigan. If they can get to 9-2,
not just fucking bring up Michigan on my on in front of my face.
If they can get to 9,
sorry, I keep cutting you off, Steele. But how the hell is Michigan ranked 25 right now ahead of USC? They just got curb stomped by USC.
I don't know.
All right.
All I'm saying is there's a path. They get to 9-3. No, they get to 9-2. And then they beat the number 1 ranked Buckeyes, they are in the conversation. They have to be. I hate – dude, we talked about it with Herbie. We both hate him, but that's just the facts. 10-2 in the Big Ten, winning against Ohio State.
If they go 10-2, they're getting in there. But still.
So then why are you getting mad?
I'm not getting mad. It's just I hate them. And
look, you're slumped back, all pissed off.
I think, listen, there's a big difference when Ohio State had no right losing that game last season. They should have never lost that game. But I think the gap is even bigger between this Ohio State team and that Michigan team. I think last year was a pretty big gap between the two. Somehow Michigan got ahead of them. This year, I think it's just too big of a gap.
Yeah. But
there's a path. You're right. There's a path.
It's a rivalry game. Anything can happen. I don't know if I would put them in if they beat Ohio State, but the conversation has to come up.
Oh, no. If they beat Ohio State, they're going to put them in there at 10-2.
Yeah, maybe. Then,
all right.
LSU. I think after that. Nah.
I think this is they better run Steele Chambers' plans to perfection because they got their backs against the wall and Coach Kelly.
I think it can work, man. They got good DBs.
No, I'm not clowning. I agree with your game plan. I am with you. That is the plan to win for sure. They just got to go out there and do it. Perkins has got to play his ass off, and it's a shame that Mr. Weeks, one of the Weeks is out still. Probably messing around with Coach Kiffin.
Oh dear God. I mean, I'm fizzled out. I got nothing more. I've read about just about everything on these fucking papers.
All right, well, that's it. That wraps up this episode of the Shaw and Steele Show. Any last words, Steele, before I hit end?
Bucks.
You just talked about Ohio State getting ready to lose to Michigan. You're gonna come on here and say
I did not say that. Dude, it's a world of infinite possibilities. I don't think we lose.
I'm gonna clip the Steele Chambers thinks the Buckeyes are gonna lose to Michigan this year.
Oh, this is complete utter bullshit. End the show. I'm done. End the show.